guess it helps if I turn the microphone on. Hi, crafty friends. It's Jana. I am part of the Kat Scrappiness creative crew, and I am live here every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central. So say hello. Hey, Teresa. When you come in, let me know where you are, what your weather's like, what you're having for dinner, anything like that. Tonight we are going to be we're actually going to be using sassy chickens and we'll work for craft supplies and a few other things. Some of my favorites that they all go together. So I have let's see. I have to decide if I want to use her or if I want to color another one. Got another one. I've got a dude. Need some things out of there. Oh, thanks, Teresa. Yeah, I always have to remember to, it's been raining all day here today, too. We've had thunderstorms, but I am in South Alabama. So we have, some storms that come through pretty much every day. Well, rain over snow, yeah, and I'll take rain over hot. I mean, it gets hot here in Alabama, but I was going to grab my little thing, my turntable. So my plan for tonight is that we're going to incorporate one of the crafty people, probably her, the kissing booth. Hold on, I got a whole bunch of stuff here. Oh, there's my stenciled sky, some grass, some eggs. Hey, Von Marie. A nest. And then I will have to choose which crazy chicken. I think probably this one I'm going to use. All right, let me get all my little pieces put back in here. All right, so we're actually going to make like a total mashup of sets today. So we're going to do the kissing booth, which I'm making into a farm stand. The sassy chickens, because they belong at a farm stand. And then I think her somehow, but I really want her to have a like a sign, like farm fresh eggs. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you, friend? It's nice to see you here, Elizabeth. So let's grab some skin tones and we'll get all the regulars. Isn't that chicken cute? So we're gonna do a mashup of dies and stamps and papers and all the things. And I should have links in the description box below, and they are my affiliate links, which is no cost to you. but just a little something for my time, I guess. If that, to buy more fun stuff to play with. So we're using, and she is from the Will Work for Craft Supplies set. And then I've cut them out with the coordinating dies. So this one has 4 sentiments, the 2 peoples, and then the dies for everything. And then we're going to be using Sassy Chickens, which I love. They're hilarious. Their expressions crack me up. The Sassy Chickens dies. We are using the Kissing Booth die set, which is super cute, but I'm making it a farm stand. We're using the little tiny triangles from the Layered Party banner, which I love this background. It's fun. We're using the bows from the stitched wacky frames, but these little bows are fantastic. We're using the chicken paper. They are so sassy. I love them. They seriously make me laugh. Their expressions are, well, and it's just like his expression, I can almost hear his eyes roll. I love the birthday Layered Party banner is great, and it's a whole A2 size. So then if you cut this all out, then you can cut these out in different colors and layer them in your die. But I just needed, and so this is the little banner that comes with the Kissing Booth die set, but the littlest triangle here is the same size as the triangle on this banner. So just to note. And then we're using the little bows here. But first, I need a sip. It's a lot of talking for me. And then we've got our other pieces. So I'm going to start. Where am I going to start? I think we will start with coloring. That's right. I was grabbing markers. So I have my skin tones. They will be listed below. They are also in my previous lives as well. Just scroll down a bit, and it is in the description box under like the things that I used. So we're going to start with E21, and we're just going to do along her hairline, along the side of her face, around her ears. I know, I had cut, and I used the party banner, the background die quite a bit. So I knew that it had the extra triangles, but then when I was looking at the Kissing Booth one, I'm like, I wonder if those are the same. What are the chances that they all, fit together? So I was pleasantly surprised when they fit. I haven't cut them yet, so I'm hoping they fit. All right, now if she's really on a farm, she would need some different shoes, but she's okay for now. She needs some little rubber boots. And we're just going in with E11, and I'm just kind of a little bit darker under that hairline. And then to blend that out, I'm going to go with E02. and just along her cheek so that her cheek is a little rosy, and that's what I'm going to use to do her, like her nose, under her eyes, like where her cheekbones would be. Let's give her some little dimples there. Hope they fit. I wonder, see, I don't know if one of the Quokka sets, the dress at Quokka sets has little boots. I'm going to have to chat with Kat about that one. Say, hey, I need some of these. All right, E53. And we're just kind of blending out where we just put that last color. And collarbone, ankle bone. But yeah, she needs some, you know. I really thought about paper piecing her jeans, but with the plaid, we might still could do that. But the plaid's kind of big though. But that would be fun, is to paper piece, you know, like she has some other, not just regular pants, but some other type of, you know, plaid always works. That's not the marker I wanted. I'm missing my E50. There it is. All right. Now I got it together. So E51. And she looks a little on the pinkish side at the moment, but as it dries, that will mellow out a lot. And then E50. Bumry, your chicken card was super cute. And your video. I'm going to move him out of the way before I push him onto the floor. And then now we're going to do R20, just like where I picture her little, you know, where she smiles and her cheeks are going to poof out. And then we'll blend with the E50. And then we'll just wait for it to dry. And I think, let's see, let's find an eye color. Brown eyes, green eyes, blue eyes, violet eyes. I think she's going to have light brown eyes. Maybe. That'll work. So we're just going to go along the lines that are already here. Come in a little closer. I set up my camera to zoom in a little bit more. All right. And then we've got to do her pants. So we'll get out our 21, maybe we'll go the dark. So we're going to go to the 90s, which I usually don't. Nope, that's 45. $95, and then I've got to go all the way down to 91 because it is a turntable. This is a turntable that I got on Amazon, but it's got a cutting mat too. I think it's for quilters. And I love it. I just have my thing here because when I color, I tend to turn my image all over the place, and this just makes it easier. A lot easier. There we go. So if you hear chirping or little barking, that would be one of the dogs. They're out of sorts today because it was thundering. So see, I can just turn to get kind of a better angle on things, and I don't have to like lift my picture at all. So I'm going to come in a little bit here, like where her knee would start to bend, and she would have a crease in her jeans because she's a farm girl today. There we go. And you could stick her down like with washi tape as well. And we're just going to do a thin, really thin line up the side. I know, watching others can be dangerous. It's the same way for me when I watch Elizabeth or Shanna or Tracy, anybody, but when I watch Shanna, I want organizational things. Her little craft area is so cute. So I have B95. The B99 was my darkest. And I'm just going to draw this out. And I can come back with the B97 if there's not enough blend. So I'm just going to take my B97 and I'm just going to go right over kind of where those two colors meet. And then we'll pull it out a little farther. But it does make coloring a lot easier than trying to... Plus, it's kind of a cool little cutting thing. You know, if you were fussy cutting with, like with an X-Acto, it'd be really nice to just have that little swivel. Alright, so we're just going to blend this all out with the 91. And I had to skip 93 because my B93 is a weird color. My markers are old, so it's just a weird color. And then we're going to get our little cuff here. And then we're going to come in just on the sides and give that a little shade where her pants would be kind of rolled towards the outside and away from the light. And we'll just smooth that up. I'm excited to put this together to see if it looks right. No, my B93 is a weird color because like here, let's see, here's 91. Here's 95. And my B93 is this like light purpley gray color. And it does not go with any of the other things. So it is a weird color. My marker is literally a weird color. All right, we're gonna give her dark grayish, blackish shoes. So N5. And then N3. And N1. And I think we'll do a black shirt too, or dark gray. So I'm gonna do right here where the sign would shadow, and then where like her head would shadow on her shoulders. And blend this together. And I will come back to her hair and her headband. Let me color her sign real quick. And I'm just dragging this back and forth. And E42, this was 43. All right. So I'm gonna set her aside while I kind of think about how I want to do her. See, I just stick it with some washi down. How I want to do her hair and stuff, but let's put together our little stand first, and then we got some things to die cut. So I kind of I've used this a few times, but I love that there's a wood grain focus in the die. So I cut the big back, this rectangle, which is going to be my, like my little shadow, the backing for my farm stand. So this is now up too high. All right, so let's glue this down. I love how versatile both of these sets are, but the will work for craft supplies I have used so many different ways. The kissing booth is, and I need to get the harvest add-on for it that has the wheelbarrow. I love that wheelbarrow. All right, so that's our little backing, and then let's put our farm stand front up there. And get it on there. It's the kissing booth, and I love the other dies that are with it, but also the quokka set that goes with it, or coordinates with it. All right, let's just get this lined up. That looks pretty good. All right, so I have my chicken already colored, and I have his little nest, which I just went down the center there because I wasn't sure where. And I've got my eggs. I have more eggs cut out, but I do need to grab, and then on this one, I die cut just a little piece out of the what was left over from this so that it had the wood grain on it, and it's gonna just go up here on top. But I need to die cut some little banners. Let me grab my scrap bag because I'm sure I have pinks that will match. Let's see. That'll work. That'll work. Easy peasy. I'm going to cut this one down just a little bit. And what I love about the kissing booth or note birthday banners is that the triangles are just, you get three, they're just, well, I haven't cut mine apart yet. They're just 3 together. I think when I made my banner, I just cut everything at once. All right. Let me cut these real quick out of some different pinks. And so there's our one set. I don't know if I have enough room on this one. I don't think I do. And this one. There we go. I'll put that one back. Okay. Get our little, I need a picker upper. So let's lay out which way. See, and these just fit perfect. You know what? I think I'm going to go every other one. So I can have the plaid in between. That'll work. There we go. Or do I want this one? I think the darker one. I think it matches the pink that's in the chicken wire. All right, so let's get these glued down. It's been so fun coming up with ideas on kind of how to get the most from your stamps, well, and your dies too, using the dies in different ways. It's been so fun coming up with ideas. I have a smaller Kat Scrappiness stash, and so it's nice to be able to get a little more. Okay, so the reason I pulled out the bows is I want the little bows to hold. I think I'm going to go with the littlest one to hold my banner on. So I'm just going to cut 2 real quick out of the same pink. So a lot of these, you know, might be oldies but goodies as far as die sets. But you know what? Maybe it entices you to pull those out and look at them a little differently. All right, there's one little bow. I lost a bow somewhere. What the heck? Well, we'll just cut another one. Or maybe I only cut one. I don't know. Could have sworn I had cut 2, but poke that out. And it'll end up like stuck to the dog or, you know, stuck on my clothes somewhere. All right, let's get this placed. Our little banner. I think I want tweezers. All right, let's get this glued down. A little dot on that end there. Grounding some. Mine, yeah, they go shooting off the desk and they're gone. All right, I'm just trying to get this to curve. Good thing this glue dries clear. Thanks for hanging out, Vaughn Marie. Oh, I probably didn't need that much glue. I appreciate you being here. And for those that are catching the replay, hello and welcome. There we go. Oh, and I just totally pulled it off. I'm a little clumsy with the glue today. And this I'm just going to glue along the bottom so that I can squeeze in some of the eggs. Let's see, I think I want the chicken on this side. There we go. And we'll Get our gigantic chicken because the scale is a little off. That's all right. Maybe our girl's just really short. Get our chicken tucked way down there. I didn't put my board on. I'm losing it. There we go. These chickens, they make me laugh. All right, let's stick some eggs in there. The picture, sometimes I have, like the picture in my head of what things will look like. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. This is kind of coming together like I pictured. We will see when we start getting it put together, and then when I figure out what to do with her. All right, there's our chicken and our fancy schmancy farm stand. I mean, I guess it could be a kissing booth if you want to kiss a chicken. All right, let's start putting our card together so then I can see where I want her. Because I might, we'll see. Gotta put my grass down first. So there is there's two different grass. There's the grass for the pop-up. It's an add-on for the pop-up. And then there's the grass that is a slimline grass. I like the slimline grass just because I can get more pieces, more layers out of it. All right, let me trim this down. You want to buy her eggs? I know, her eggs look good. My chickens have been doing pretty good as far as laying. I don't think I want to take that much off. There we go. So we've got that. We're gonna put her up a little ways. Got some more grass. That'll be cute. It does kind of look like the picture in my head. I should have printed out. Oh, you know what? I don't have the farmhouse one. Let me see. Is there a sentiment on here? I might write. See, I need a little stamp that says fresh eggs. But with her attitude, I don't need a crooked farm stand. All right, that just made it worse. So we've got her there. And I would probably even pop her, maybe not. I love that. Love it. Okay, I think on her sign, I am going to, well, first I'm going to write it in pencil. If I can find one with lead in it. Welcome to the funny farm would be hilarious. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I was just gonna write it, but you know what? Welcome to the funny farm is even funnier. But I think I'm going to have to do a little mask it off a little bit. So we'll do welcome to the, because I am not cutting my stamps apart, but I will just mask off this piece of I gotta find my tape. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Welcome to the... All right. Let me get my Misty. Hopefully I'm doing this the right. I know there's different ways that you could do it. I could come up with a whole bunch more snarky sentiments for the chickens. All right. That worked. And then let me clean this off. And let me okay. I got it now. And then Funny Farm. That works. It's not quite centered, but I need little chicken feet. I need a chicken foot stamp. like little chicken tracks. Put this away before I lose it. Or that gets stuck to the dog or to the floor or... Hey, Brian! Oh no! You better take care of yourself. All right. Okay, let's do her headband. And I think we're gonna go with gray, like her shirt and her shoes. And I'm just gonna do this real quick. So it's gonna be darkest down at the bottom. And then lightest on top where she's gonna have the sunlight hitting the top of her head. There we go. And I might almost give her so we're gonna do a really light gray hair. And just kind of like where her curls would be, little strands of hair. I forgot her ears. I was like, something looks off on her head. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate you being here even though you're not feeling good. And then we will go in with, I think I'll just N0. I'm just gonna kind of blend this out. There we go. All right, let's build a card and then see if there's anything else we want. What more could we possibly add on to it? Okay. I glued that down. I need to glue this. How big did I? Trim it down just a little bit more. There we go. All right. And then this will probably hang over, but that's another dimension you can add on to where it hangs over the border of your card. All right, so I'm gonna glue our kissing booth / farm stand down. And this one will come together pretty. So you guys, over the last few weeks, well, whenever I started doing this, you've gotten quite a few options for the stamp set, and there's just, I love being able to do that. I love being able to take and show you, how you can use things a little differently. We did everything from, the farm stand to birthday party, her and her husband, boyfriend, crafting partner, whatever he might be. Hands are twitchy. There we go. I should put her on a wobbler. I think she does need a wobbler. I need something up here. Let me... Yeah, we'll leave it for now. I don't know what needs to go. Yep, she's gonna go on a wobbler. Definitely. I thought about foam tape. I think you're right, Brian. Well, wobblers are always fun, though. And wobblers make people laugh. So I think she's going to wobble. And then, depending on how many more variations of this stamp set I can get out of it, I suppose my little pokey will make a wobble. All right, when you guys use wobblers, which side do you put to your, like, to your base? Do you put the clear side or the skinny side to your base? Got to figure out where. All right, so just in the middle of the sign, and I'm going to put some liquid glue on there too. My wobblers, I have issues with wobblers too. They tend to either snap apart, or I can never figure out, well, which side should I put down? But I figure if the skinny side is up, it's going to wiggle. I don't know. This is the theory in my head, that it would wiggle more. But I don't know. I might have to do another one and do it the other way and find out what the wobbleability is of each way. You know, is it plastic side up or little side, wiggle side? All right. Let's see, where is she going? She's going right there. Oh my gosh. I guess it's appropriate if her sign says, see, and now one of the chickens needs to wobble. But the chickens these chickens are too large. Like, that would be like one of those giant Brahma chickens that look like an ostrich, but they're a chicken. That is hilarious. It's only lopsided because it's up on top of the thing. Oh, that works for me. Mission accomplished. All right, let's get her on a card base. And it's okay that she hangs over the side because she wobbles. And I would probably hand deliver this card if it ever leaves my possession. There's certain cards that just crack me up. Although I did send Kat a bunch. And let's see. My card base is very crooked. That's all right. We'll trim off the top. I know. There you go, Brian. No, there's like these giant, I forget what they're called, but they're giant chickens that are humongous. And that's what the size looks like to me. So here is our card. I forgot to do the whites of her eyes. Children and emus. Was that intentional, Brian, or was that a autocorrect? Although children and emus would be pretty funny too, though. All right, so we got her whites of her eyes. And we are all done. So yet another way to get the more out of what you might have in your stash, or if you're thinking it auto-corrected to children. So, you know, like the kissing booth, the banner, the birthday party banner, so where it fits in here, and the bows from the wonky stitches, and then the grass are all ones that I had before. Basically, the new one is the chicken paper, which I used as her background back here. And then she's new. I had to look twice because I have my glasses on, but I really need to go get my eyes checked again. And I'm like, oh yeah, cross between chicken and chimu. And then I was like, focused my eyes, and I'm like, wait, that's his children. So, thanks for hanging out, y'all. Von Marie. And Brian, thank you. And for those that were lurking, thank you. It's all right, Brian. I read it as chicken. Thanks for being here for another Tuesday evening. I will be back here on the Kat Scrappiness channel next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. We'll see what shenanigans we can come up with then. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it gave you another way to use your dies, another way to use the new sets, or inspired you even just to pull out your older dies and look at them with some of the new sets and say, hey, look, this goes together. So with that, remember, friends, always be nicer than you need to be kinder than you need to be, because you never know what someone is going through. So just be a decent human being. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Y'all have a wonderful evening and much love. See you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can be notified of all of the fabulous content that comes out here at Kat Scrappiness.